Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick and today guys we're jumping down into the world of Cardano's ADA, taking a look at what has been going on most recently and what we would expect to happen next. As I get into this video, if you find it useful and informative, hit the like button. I do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so you will be kept up to date with absolutely everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. And if you haven't yet joined us in Discord, then why not check it out, linked in the description down below. It's the first place we go to notify you of the ins and the outs of everything that's going on in the crypto space. So it's completely free. It's a fantastic community, talking crypto 24/7. Check it out in the description below. Okay, let's make a start. Here we have ADA paired up with USDT on the hourly chart, and Binance is our data source. And as you can kind of see on this slightly zoomed out version, we kind of have this big 5-wave structured move to the downside. And as you can kind of see in white down here, we're kind of finessing where we think that next or the end of structure is going to be. Okay, so essentially, when does this come to an end and when do we see the bounce to the upside? So let's go ahead and jump on down into this final fifth wave over here. Okay, so in yellow, we have the fifth wave coming down. We can see that we have had waves 1, 2, 3, a wave 4 coming up nice and high, and now we're coming down in the fifth wave. The fifth wave in itself, we can track, and we have again another 5-wave structure, and I've got this in a smaller degree. 1, 2, 3, up here for 4, looking to come down. Now I've got this scoped out at the moment between 24.34 and 24.62. Okay, that there seems to be the area that we are approximately aiming for. However, because we've got structures that are interesting here, there's lots of different ways this could still play out. It could be that we end up with a diagonal at the end here, in which case it's a little bit more difficult to kind of see exactly how that's going to go, and there's lots of different types of diagonals, so we're going to have to keep a close eye on that. Or we come down into the impulsive structure and we start nesting in those 5 waves. So you have 1, 2, down here for 3, up for 4, then down to 5, and we'll probably end up coming into the latter part or the lower end of this yellow box, as I said, between 24.34 and 24.62. It might be more towards the 24.34 area. Now, essentially, if we map out everything that's going on here, we can see that this seems to be the area that sits inside our bigger macro fifth wave endpoint, which comes in here at 24.08 and 24.58. Okay, so all we're doing now is finessing these smaller moves in. Now, as you can see, we're recently pulling back up. So again, there might be 5 waves nested here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and so forth. So this is really getting nested down quite well. We've got a good structure in sense of how this is playing out. And the reasoning is that we end up with this kind of fifth wave on the large time frame, and then we've got 5 waves inside there, and then you're going into 5 waves and 5 waves and 5 waves, and eventually this kind of completes down and we get the reversal in the market. Okay, so at the moment this is looking like our reversal is going to be more towards the 24.34 range, but it can technically be anywhere between 24.34 and 24.62. Now, if I come up to the daily chart here, I think we are on this little area just here, okay, for Cardano's ADA, as in I'm looking at this as a zigzag pattern. In fact, I'm looking at this as a double zigzag pattern, and I'm expecting us to kind of come into this area here. So this is the end of structure for the 5-wave counts coming down, and then I'm looking for a 3-wave move to the upside. Okay, I don't know where that's going to go, but I'm estimating we should be piercing into the 30-cent range before we come down into another 5 waves. Now, bearing in mind that my bigger macro level is ending at around the 22 cent, and we typically have an A and a C wave that are the same size, it would kind of mean that we'd have to push up more towards the 38-cent range before we can pull them down to 22. It's not a guarantee, of course, just kind of a few things and observations over the last few months, that if I'm aiming for 22 cent to be a really massive kind of support level for us right over here, then, and this is a double zigzag pattern, then we're likely to move up into those 30 cents before we pour on down to finish off that C wave move and complete the double zigzag pattern. So lots of things to kind of think about. It could also be a triple zigzag, but I don't want to overcomplicate things and the purpose of this video. But I do think we are basically looking at this as a reversal point, an end of structure. Now, it could be possible that I miscalculated something here and our zigzag's actually over this side, and therefore this is the end of a double zigzag, and in which case, either way, going long, in my opinion, at this particular point down here would make sense. So we're either going to come out at 30 something cent and then kind of, short the market down, or we stay in the long for a significant period as we rally up higher than expected. Okay, but we're keeping an eye on these things. So at the moment, we are below the 200 daily EMA. So again, used as a trend filter in the traditional market. So keeping an eye on whether or not we're going to push through that on the daily or whether we're going to get rejected. It could coincide quite nicely as time progresses here with a move towards wherever our B wave structure, this ABC zigzags pattern here, this B wave, however high that goes, it could coincide with our 200 EMA and get rejected. So kind of keep these things in mind as well. But other than that, Cardano ADA is in a reasonable position. We are just looking to kind of finesse our way down, finishing off this structure towards the bottom here before we can start thinking about that next big move to the upside. I don't know what the structure is going to be. It should be a three-wave move, but it could be, again, a zigzag pattern. It could be just a standard, 3-3-5. It could be an expanding flat. It could be an irregular flat. It could be a running flat. It could be so many different corrective structures. So we don't know what that looks like just yet. But all I am kind of saying here is that I'm expecting reversal to be somewhere in this range of 24.34 and 24.62 cent at the point of recording. I'm going to leave this video right there, though. If you have found it useful and informative, smash that like button. I do appreciate that. If you're new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with absolutely everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. And with all that said, done out of the way, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.